Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is the fourth episode of the 5-Star Coach. I am Coach D, aka Venus as a Boy, here to polish all my 5-star baddies out there and 5-star baddies in training. You know this gotta be in you, not on you, and I'm here to share my wisdom so y'all can be the 5-star baddies and 5-star whatever you want. Just know it's gonna be 5-star in this life. As long as you take the tips and be patient and persistent, I've seen how you will not be successful. Y'all know, as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. This is part one of two parts. Anyway, y'all know I always got my 5 tips. In this video, it'll be 4 tips. In the next video, it'll be the final 5th one, the bonus tips, 5-star of the week, and the song recommendations. Okay? And y'all know I like to get straight into it. 5-star tip number 1. Secondhand embarrassment is your insecurities being projected. Why would I even feel some type of way about somebody else living their life and doing what they doing? Saying like, oh, I would never do that. Like, that's embarrassing, when all in reality, I'm just really saying, oh, they live in life and I'm scared to live mine because I'm going to be worried about people like me. You got to become more comfortable with yourself. Everything starts with you. And so once you really let go of just feeling embarrassed about who you are and thinking so much about not being cringe and being accepted by society and your peers and stuff like that. Once you let that go, secondhand embarrassment won't even exist. You're gonna see people doing them, it's just gonna be like, all right, like either I rock with it or I don't, but they live in their life, so I'm gonna let them live their life. You feel me? It's not gonna be that, oh, that's so cringe, like, or you gonna feel a sensation in your body like, oh my gosh, I can't watch this. You know, like, you gotta shake that off, because why can't you watch this? That's somebody living their life. I guess living life makes you uncomfortable. Dig deep in that, you know. To prevent all of that, just keep journaling, keep figuring out things about yourself, and keep loving yourself in a way that's like unapologetically living your life. Like, live your life to the fullest and step out and show out every time. Do not settle. Do not sell yourself short. Do not play around, especially with your journaling. Like, make sure with your journaling, you are the most raw and uncut version of yourself, so you can really get to the root of all of your problems and not have to worry about, oh, I still gotta work on this, I still gotta work on that. But when I'm journaling, it's just uncomfortable. Like, you gotta get up in there. You gotta get down and dirty with that journaling, and the shadow work is very important, because secondhand embarrassment is only a thing because you are projecting your insecurities on the next person. So let's cut that out. 5-star tip number 2. Never chase, always attract. I mean, yeah, we hear that all the time, but it's more so about working smarter than harder. If you are literally chasing something, trying to keep something in your life, you doing the extra, going the extra mile to keep something in your life, someone or like a place in your life, you working out of alignment. You are chasing something, and you are never going to get what you are truthfully trying to find. You're never going to attract what you want by chasing something that does not want to be caught. Become a rational and practical thinker. You got to learn how to stop yourself in a moment. Like, does this practically make sense? Now, am I being irrational? I'm acting off of my feelings right now, or is this a well thought out plan? Become that type of thinker. I feel like I say this a lot, but I'm very sensitive, but I've learned to really align my intelligence with that to become emotionally intelligent. But I also know when to put the emotions on a back burner and use that as the energy to go for what I want. But I have to step out of that to think strategically, practically, and rationally. And you'll attract what you really want when you know you deserve it too. So you won't have to worry about, oh, let me do this to keep this person talking to me, or let me show up to work earlier and do this and do that. Maybe my manager will notice me and want to give me a raise and stuff like that. Like, no, all you have to really do is show up, and what really wants you and really is in alignment for you is going to come to you easily. It all starts with being that person, you know, because you are what you attract, in a sense of when you are putting in that work to get a goal completed by the end of the month, to see a change in your weight. However, you're still eating out, you're not working out how you said you were going to, you're not sticking to the plan, not doing anything right, you're going to get what you attract in that. You're going to get what you deserve in that situation. And what you deserve is the same body, or if not worse. Because why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you follow through with the plan you had? Why didn't you show up? You know? So it's just about becoming the energy of what you want. And then it's going to easily attract to you. But all in all, we'll always work smarter than harder, because chasing something, you're going to be running forever. You're always going to be chasing like a quick gratification. That's what it seems like when you are allowing things to attract to you. That's that long-term gratification that's going to really settle in. It's going to sit for a long time, and you're going to feel it. But the short-term gratification, that's that quick, like, let me chase this, let me get this real quick, let me get that real quick. It don't never last. So never chase, always attract. So 5-star tip number 3, reciprocity is key. Deal with people the way they deal with you. And I'm not saying match energy. When somebody is doing things that are messed up, disloyal, showing that you can't trust them no more, don't show that side of you back to them. Everybody has that side to them. Let's all be real. We all have many different layers to ourselves. We don't have to reciprocate that energy back to somebody. The reciprocation calls for you removing your energy. You don't really want me in your life. You giving me BS energy, and you're giving me basically your ass to kiss. I'm just gonna go. You always have that one friend that always is trying to call you as the last resort. Stop thinking of them so much first. And not in a way of like I'm matching energy, but it's just like, you think of me last, like I should really reconsider my other friends, because they call me when they first make the plans, but you call me at the last second. But we've been friends for however long, and I ain't been friends with them that long, but I'm seeing they pour into me more, so I'm gonna focus on this friendship. If you are the person who can have like friendships with conditions, be that, but if not, just cut them off and just focus on a friend that's thinking of you when they're up, and when they're in the middle, and when they're down. Reciprocity is like key when you're in relationships, so you can, 1, not burn out, 2, never feel resentment towards helping anybody out, and 3, just really see the value in yourself, because you shouldn't just be giving your energy up freely and easily like that, just because that's bestie of 10 years, 12 years, whatever. Reciprocity is very important, and over time things can change. So you really just gotta make sure that you are giving what you are receiving. Some situations in some relationships are strictly transactional, and you gotta be able to decipher that. And you really gotta, before you be able to decipher that, you gotta really understand, are you the person who can have a transactional relationship, or you just gotta cut it off because you want relationships to be through and through give and take. Never overplay your part. Always protect your heart. Quick little bar, I know that's right. But really, it ain't never gonna work out in the end, and it's never gonna get you what you think you deserve. It's always gonna get you what was there, and it's what was there most likely is never what you deserve. So
reciprocity, reciprocity, reciprocity is key.
5-star tip number 4, be obsessed with yourself. Coming from a Leo, I'm telling you right now, building a healthy relationship with your ego and pride, it is going to be a different type of beast when insecurities try to jump out there. You have a goal and you are feeling like, I'm gonna just do it later on. That pride and that ego gonna come out barking if you really have a healthy relationship with them. So I really encourage you to do that, to become obsessed with yourself, because you really should be your biggest cheerleader. It should never be a time you are looking for external validation. And I'm telling you, as somebody who would always look for that, it was never fulfilling. Like, when I would get it, it would just be like, that's all you got for me? Like, bitch, what? You supposed to be up in arms about this. Like, so to avoid all of that, validate yourself internally, building that healthy relationship. It's also going to help you overcome any self-doubt, hatred, and self-sacrificing, because you deserve and need to be the loudest one in your corner. Like, remember to admire yourself while journaling too. When you are journaling, literally become obsessed with yourself. Say it. I am obsessed with myself. I literally look at myself as a prized possession, as a precious gem that should be cherished. Like, really obsessed with yourself. A lot of things in this world are sent your way to destroy you, because that's a lot of the energy that's in the air. You are never supposed to let that destroy you. You're supposed to alchemize that energy to become even more powerful and obsessed with yourself, and to like keep maximizing your potential. So become obsessed with yourself. I mean, in the best way possible. Write yourself love notes and leave them in your room, certain places. And when it's time to do a deep clean, you find the note and read it and just like fall in love with yourself in those moments. Like, just become obsessed with yourself. You are the only person that you're going to be here on this earth with 24/7. So why not have the best relationship with him or her? You know, it don't make sense to hate yourself. Now, this is the end of part 1 of the 5-Star Coach, episode 4. Part 2 should be up right now. You can go check that out. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, stay flying pretty, and I'll see y'all in part 2. Bye, y'all.